promise me that you won't use this for evil. My name is Peyton, and I'm about to put you on. Today we're going to be talking about how to remove our doubts and use that to manifest with little to no effort. Let's go. So you're probably familiar with a self-limiting belief. This is an irrational belief that's purely in your mind that's holding you back from succeeding. And why are you letting that happen? Because at some point in your life, you were taught to believe this negative thought about yourself because of the way somebody has treated you in the past. And unfortunately, that became a part of your identity. But I'm here to tell you that there's hope, because today, together, we're going to change that negative belief into a positive one. So as an exercise, I want you to think of a negative thought pattern that you might have. Probably something like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve this, or I'm unattractive. Our conscious mind is nothing more than a receptor, and we can tune our minds into the right frequency in the same way that you would change the station on a radio. Believe it or not, all of your thoughts can be positive about yourself and your life. And tuning to that right frequency is easier than you think. Just hear me out. Picture your thoughts like clouds. The clouds are always passing by, but remember, you are not the clouds, you are the sky they pass through. You are not your thoughts, you are just the observer of the thoughts. I believe that the root of addictions and negativity is in over-identification with negative thoughts. And by identifying with them, you are creating feelings from that, which then goes to your subconscious, because the subconscious only speaks in emotions. And that's what creates those negative self-limiting beliefs. Those low vibrational feelings of guilt or shame goes straight to your subconscious. And your subconscious just takes it as it is. It isn't able to argue or question anything. It's just a receptor for information. It's just there to take it all in. It's the same idea of you become what you feed your mind. If you consume nothing but negative content and surround yourself with negative people, you're probably not going to be a very positive person. You hang out with 3 bums, guess who the 4th is? So you're probably wondering, how do we actually change this pattern? Well, it's pretty simple. We just need to use consistency and repetition to our advantage. And when it comes to law of attraction and manifesting, there's a million techniques out there. And since the technique is just a vehicle, it doesn't matter which car you drive, we're all trying to get to the same place. We are trying to convince our subconscious of something that is not true in order for it to become true. And since the subconscious mind speaks in emotions, feeling is the fuel. Feeling is what convinces. That's why we need conviction. So when you can continuously replace these low vibrational feelings like shame and guilt with high vibrational feelings like peace, eventually your subconscious is going to shift because you're feeding it nothing but high vibrations. And there's also something to be said about avoiding negative habits, because those negative habits actually bring you back down into shame constantly. And I like to think of this vibrational level as your manifestation power. So are you really trying to tank your power level? I didn't think so. And since our outer reality is just a mirror, as above, so below, your external world is going to reflect your internal vibrational state. You'll notice that your thoughts are more positive and consistent than they ever were, because you're constantly telling yourself that your desire is true. And so the method to killing your doubt in its tracks is when you find yourself in these negative thought patterns, think to yourself, okay, I'm not my thoughts though. So I can just think whatever I want. So I don't identify with these. But what I do identify with is my desire being true. So you ask yourself, how would I feel right now if my desire were true? You'll notice that instantly you're going to start feeling that positivity instead of the negative thought loop and creating a new one. And it's definitely going to feel weird at first because, like I said, we're just trying to convince our subconscious mind of something that isn't even true yet. But the more continuously you tell yourself your desire is true here and now, eventually you'll have no choice but to believe it, because your external reality is just going to start reflecting the high vibrational state you're giving yourself from whichever technique you choose. So once you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions to your desire, there is no stopping you, because that is when it becomes inevitable. So, you enjoyed this video and you made it to the end, subscribe, like, and comment below what you're trying to attract. My name is Peyton, and I will see you in the next video. Trust.